Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and it is time for some activism as the ATSC 3 DRM encryption is making its way across the country, and it has just hit us here in Connecticut as well. And I wanted to do a follow-up on this topic and talk about some of the things that you can do to affect change. Let's get to it. Now, before we go too much further, let me give you a quick overview of what's happening here in case you missed my prior videos. In the United States, they're rolling out a new broadcast TV standard called ATSC 3.0. And for me, it's been wonderful because I can finally pick up all of my local broadcasters over the air here at my house. I could never do that before. And now I'm getting all those broadcasters with a very consistent and a very clean signal. It's actually a really amazing broadcast technology. But there's a sinister component of it, because in addition to getting all of this great signal quality, the broadcasters have implemented the ability to lock the content out so that you can't record anything, and it will limit some of the choices you might have in broadcast equipment that you might want to watch TV with, and that's what's going on here. So this morning, when I turned on my local CBS affiliate, I was not able to watch it because they turned on the encryption for that channel. My other ones are still clear, but I don't think it's going to be too much longer before those channels get locked out as well. Now, just to demonstrate what's going on here, right now we are watching that CBS affiliate on their older ATSC 1.0 broadcast. As you can see, it's working just fine. I can record this. I can watch it on any device that I want. It is available to me as it's been for the last 40-something years. But let's tune in to the ATSC 3 version of that broadcast. And as you can see, I am locked out. And if you go over to this website called Rabbit Ears, you can see what the rest of the country is looking like. You poor souls next door in Boston can't watch much of anything right now because they've locked out all of the major broadcasters for the most part. And so this is a trend I think that's going to continue here throughout the country. And they're kind of racing against time because they want to have this encryption enabled before Congress and the FCC order them to begin rolling over the standard to this new format. They want to have these channels locked down for when consumers show up to start consuming content in this way. Now, it is likely in the coming months that most of the devices that are currently locked out from playing this over-the-air content will get certified by the broadcasters to play it again, but the cost of that certification is on the manufacturer of the device, and it takes a lot of time to get there. And the broadcasters can pull those licenses anytime they want and restrict an entire family of devices from watching free over-the-air TV. And it's highly likely that when that device gets certified, you will lose the ability to record things for watching later, or even pausing or rewinding or time-shifting your favorite television shows over the air. Things are going to be very, very restricted because of this DRM. And you might be asking yourself, why are they doing this? Wouldn't they want more people watching? Well, they don't need to have people watching to make money anymore. They just need you subscribed to something. So they're going to let Comcast and YouTube TV and others have a DVR. And that's because those services can pass through these enormous broadcast TV fees. Here in Connecticut, every cable subscriber and every person running with YouTube TV is paying close to $30 a month just to watch free over-the-air TV through their cable plans. And as more and more people cut the cord, there's less people paying that fee. So they're going to try to restrict things to the point where they can meet the federal requirements for providing free over-the-air television, but restricting everything else from being done unless you subscribe to a service that allows you to do that. But Lon, you may ask, don't you have the right to record anything you want thanks to that Sony versus Universal Studios Supreme Court decision back in the 80s? The answer is yes, you still have that right to record whatever you want. However, another federal law, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, makes it illegal to circumvent copyright controls in order to make a recording. So you are not legally entitled to record these broadcasts because they are encrypted. And because apparently the FCC is letting them do that encryption, you will likely be locked out from the freedoms that you currently enjoy with free over-the-air TV unless you're willing to pay a premium to get those features back. Now, the broadcasters did make a statement to my friend Luke over at Cord Cutters News, a very lengthy one, which I suggest you check out at the link you see on screen. they really deny nothing here, but they mask everything in this fear-mongering language about hackers grabbing their signals and deep fakes going on and all this other crazy stuff, when this is really all about retransmission, which they kind of bury in the statements that you'll read on his website. So what can we do about this? Well, I think we need to raise awareness of this issue. I don't think members of Congress are aware of what's going on, which is why they are very quickly rolling this DRM out before this becomes the standard that everyone's going to be using. I also don't think a lot of consumer organizations are aware of the implications of this either. So this change.org petition that I just started is something that I think might help to raise some awareness. And I'm going to put this link in the video description. You can also go directly to Lon.TV/ATSC 3 petition to sign it. And if we can get 25,000 signatures on this, I will personally print this out and march it down to DC myself, and maybe find some of you to come with me as well. I'll even buy a suit for the occasion. It'll be a really fun trip. So if you can, help spread the word about this. Now, every time somebody signs this, it's going to notify every member of the FCC, at least the commissioners. It's also going to notify the two people in charge of the subcommittee for the FCC in the US Senate, because that's the group that really does a lot of the day-to-day work with FCC issues. And we're going to be notifying both the chairperson and the ranking member, the Democrat and the Republican, to make them aware that, hey, there's some consumers out here that are very concerned about what the broadcasters are doing, and you should be aware of it. And hopefully they are and will take some action. So let's do it. Let's sign this petition. And again, I will bring this down to DC myself. I did this on a smaller scale for some electric utility issues we had here in Connecticut. So I am a man of my word. I will take this down to DC if we hit that 25,000 mark. So if you live in the United States, please take a minute and sign this petition. The more we get on this, I think the more awareness we can raise. There are definitely organizations out there that will care about this if they know about it. And that's why I want to really start an effort now to get the word out before it's too late. The broadcasters are hoping they can sneak this in before this becomes the standard of the land here. And I think we have an opportunity right now to stop it if we get enough awareness raised. So that's why this petition is an important first step. Remember, these airwaves that these TV signals are broadcast on belong to the public, and to restrict what the public can do on public airwaves, I think, is counter to everything that broadcast policy is all about. So let's get the word out here and let's try to put a stop to this again before it is too late. That is going to do it for now. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Brian Parker, Chris Allegretta, Hot Sauce and Video Games, Logic KGR, Tom Albrecht, and Amda Brown. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.